Hello and welcome to Law and Society. Today we're going to talk about January 6th tapes and Mike Johnson, the speaker, making the decision to release the tapes, like release the Kraken. So if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe and let's get into it. Well, Mike Johnson, the new Speaker of the House, has decided that he wants to release all the tapes from January 6th. And while it will be cumbersome and annoying for every fact checker who has been fact checking January 6th since the day it happened, it will be annoying for us. We will look at it, we will uh, get the references from great journalists and reporters like Kyle Cheney, Ryan J. Riley, Scott McFarlane, and others, other sedition hunters who will likely find more insurrectionists if this continues. And then you have Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about opening and having another January 6th select committee. Of course, they would want to slant this every way away from Donald Trump, but you can't really change the truth. No matter how much you try, the truth is the truth. And I welcome, and so do the police officers. I was on Twitter or X, and I saw Sergeant Gonell and Daniel Hodges saying, please subpoena us. It will not spectacularly backfire on you. Obviously, that last sentence being somewhat of a he's joking because this will backfire on MAGA. What the impact of this is not going to be what MAGA and Mike Johnson and Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks it's going to be. The impact of this is going to be rehashing and telling the truth about what happened on January 6th. Because the people who have been following what happened on January 6th, they can pick up and point out every single detail in these pictures, these granulated pictures. And sedition hunters and capital hunters and reporters have been doing this for 3 years now. So if you think that more tapes will come up and they will somehow exonerate Donald Trump or MAGA, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is that this time around, the GOP will rehash the insurrection during a presidential election year in which the insurrectionist, the chief insurrectionist, happens to be running for president again. So put all the disqualification, all those questions out of mind and just think about this. You are being presented by your party as somebody who incited the insurrection because the tapes aren't going to be lies. The tapes are going to be just basically showing us what was happening. And uh, MAGA and Donald Trump's allies will try to show peaceful places where not riots were happening. But any reasonable person understands that Congress is a huge building. It has many entrances and it has many exits. And just because people were being peaceful inside the Capitol does not prove anything. What it further does prove against the favor of MAGA, though, is that the Congress was closed that day for public viewing, for public tours. So, them being inside the Capitol, any picture, any video showing any one of those supporters, Donald supporters, being inside the Capitol, that itself is a crime. That itself is trespassing. So, yeah, bring it on. Bring on the videos, bring on the subpoenas so the truth comes out all over again and the electorate gets reminded of it again and again and again. We welcome it. because we know what happened on January 6th. Those who are trying to flip the facts around, they think that showing empty hallways and people just roaming down the hallways will somehow exonerate Donald Trump and the 1,200 insurrectionists who are currently spending time in prison or getting ready to. So bring it on. And I look forward to these videos and I look forward to all the debunking. And it's not going to happen like Mike Johnson wants it to happen. It's not going to happen like Marjorie Taylor Greene wants it to happen. As we have seen with their shambolic committees of trying to impeach President Joe Biden and not getting a thing, a substantive thing, not one substantive thing done in these months that they have been majority. In fact, hard right conservative Chip Roy went onto the Congress's floor, onto the House floor, and asked and challenged the GOP into telling what they had done substantively in the last year, that they have had in the last half a year, that they have had the power, the majority. They haven't accomplished anything. They voted for Kevin McCarthy 15 times. Then they ousted him after he agreed to a stopgap spending plan. Then they brought in Mike Johnson, who's only been there for 6 years. And Mike Johnson passed the same stopgap legislation that Kevin McCarthy did. And then he decided he wanted to release the tapes. Well, release the tapes. We're looking forward to it, buddy. So with that, I end today's little rant. Hey, Carlette and Deb, thank you for being here. And I appreciate that you find value in my channel. If you're new to my channel, please like, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, please put them in the comment box. Hi, Eve. Thank you for being here. And I will answer any substantive questions that you have about this. But I'm looking forward to all these new tapes. So let's see what they've got.